எப்படி கையில ஒரு பேப்பர்ல வரைஞ்சு வரையும்
Good morning to everyone. Overall presenter here, just post your name and affiliation in the chat box.
Good morning, all. Am I audible to you?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Good morning, ma'am. We'll start in a few minutes.
No problem, no problem. I can wait.
Good morning, all. We are honored to introduce Dr. Roshan T, an accomplished academic and researcher, currently serving as Associate Professor in the Department of Civil Engineering at NIT Patna. Dr. Roshini's expertise spans a wide spectrum of areas, including two-phase flows, river restoration structures, surface water and groundwater flow modeling, climate change studies, and soft computing applications. With an impressive research portfolio, she has contributed over 69 peer-reviewed journal papers, 18 conference papers, and 5 book chapters. It's reflecting the depth and breadth of her scholarship. Her academic mentorship is equally remarkable. She has successfully supervised over 20 PhD candidates, shaping the next generation of researchers and also lead two sponsored research projects. Today, Dr. Roshini will share her insights on how AI is transforming the way we plan and manage water resources, offering valuable perspectives that bridge advanced computation methods with real-world water management challenges. We are delighted to have her with us as a resource person, and we look forward to her inspiring talk. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Savrish, for a very extensive intro. I hope I'm audible to all of you.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, audible, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Please share them.
Yeah, I have shared my
You are
window. I think
audible.
it's visible, right? My screen is visible to all of you, right?
Yes, ma'am,
Yes,
it is
ma'am.
visible.
Okay. Thank you. So I think in the first day, Dr. Dipankar Roy, he has already given you a brief intro about the AI application in broad civil engineering. So what I'll be doing today is I'll be giving you a hands-on session uh, using the basic AI tool in water resources application. This can be utilized in any branches of any other branches of civil engineering itself. So why basic AI neural network? Why I'm explaining is because all the other hybrid models or ensemble models or all the advanced AI the neural networks, no. So in all these models, they will be using the same principle only. So if you have an idea about the basic neural network architecture development, definitely you will be able to understand and you will be able to develop the model. Nowadays, what happens? No, you will be getting all these codes from ChatGPT and other AI tools. No? So you will be able to develop the model without understanding what is actually happening behind that one, how the model is developing, and what are the internal parameters, and how these has to be varied. So everything you should know at least what is the basic principle behind these model development. That is the reason just I'm giving you a talk on the basic model development, and let's see just a small variation we will see in that one. So today's presentation is mostly based on a paper that is published in Water Resources Management journal. So I'll just explain you how we have developed the model for groundwater flow development and all. So we usually see, soft computing techniques and all. So just a brief intro about the soft computing techniques. We know soft computing techniques. Soft computing and hard computing is there. Actually, hard computing is what we do in our mathematical calculations and all. No? So the problem is not ambiguous here. It is given, okay, it is 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. It is a hard computing thing. So we are just solving the numerical problems. But in soft computing, no, there will be like, you won't be getting an exact answer. There will be so many uncertainties involved in that one. So all the real field problems, no. So because there are so many uncertainties uh, joint in that problem, so we cannot give you an exact solution, exact answer, but you will be getting an answer with a more great accuracy, or it will be more aligned to a very optimum solution you will be getting. Okay, that we can do with soft computing. There are many definitions given for soft computing. So this is a definition given by Lotfi. He is again another researcher. You can see plenty of papers of Lotfi. And in the soft computing, as I said, now it will not give you a precise solution, but these algorithms are adaptive. Whatever the algorithms that we'll be using for soft computing techniques, that will adapt to your problem. Because if I'm using architecture in neural network for my problem, the same architecture you can use it for any other application in structural engineering or in transportation engineering or in any other fields. So it is highly adaptive. And nowadays, in many of the recent literature, you can see, so it is all biologically inspired methodologies, right? Human nervous system, obviously, the neural network is based on the human nervous system only. Another one is particle swarming, genetics, emotional neural networks. So many biological inspired methodologies are recently being used in the soft computing techniques. Many advantages and disadvantages, all these things. So and another important term is hybrid computing. That is also a recent, in the recent literature, you can see hybrid computing. Hybrid computing is different and ensembled computing is different. Ensembled network development is different. Hybrid network is also different. So hybrid computing, what we generally, or hybrid network, what we generally do is we'll be incorporating some statistics, some equations, some other statistical methods along with this neural network or with this one, and you will be developing a model. But ensemble does something different. You will be joining these similar models, and you will be developing a new architecture. So that will be ensembled. But hybrid is different compared to ensembles. And as you know, it has got a huge application because I think from the beginning of 2000 onwards, you can see plenty of papers in the neural network, in the AI application in all fields of engineering, in all fields you can see. So there are many publications available, and in all fields you can apply this one. So as we are talking about civil, I'm specialized in water resources, so I'll be giving you an example of water resources only. So it is of groundwater level forecasting. So as I mentioned, it is all biologically inspired network. What is this? A neuron. So the similar network is used for artificial neural network as well. So in this, the dendrites, instead of the dendrites, that will be considered as an input to the cell body, and cell body is a summation unit, and it will carry the signals to a calculation, that is threshold unit, and you will be getting the output. This is what it depicts here. As you can see that it is only one cell body, and from this biological unit, we have developed a neural network. So in this, the dendrites will act as the inputs. That inputs can be any source of input. Nowadays, we use images also as inputs. But here we'll be showing example for data only as the inputs. And this, we usually say neural network is actually a black box model. Actually, it is not a black box model. You can do the computations, everything in other platform also. But if we have a toolbox, if we just give you the inputs and you select some model, you will be getting an output. So that means it is a black box. But if you actually know what is the process behind this one, then you can say it is not a black box model, because all the inputs, whatever the dendrites it will be carrying, that will be assigned some weights. For example, I have so many inputs. I have to pick so many pens over here, different colored pen. But I have only a choice of picking one color only. So what I'll be doing, I'll be picking based on my interest, right? Based on my choice. So the linkage between this color and me or my brain will be working, right? So that link will be mainly depends upon my choice. So the weight that will be assigning to that particular color will be more. Okay, so there will be some link that we are connecting between this input and my decision. Okay, that we are saying it as a weight that is connected to the input to the summation unit. So each input will be connected to the next unit, that means the cell body or the summation unit, with a particular weightage. And this weightage depends upon the type of the input data set. Okay, and this you will be doing some calculation inside that one, and then it will give going to some threshold, and then you will be getting some output. That output, that will not be the actual output that we have to predict it. Okay, in our problem we will be giving some input, and some output will be given, but that output will not be considered in the first case. Only they will be doing some computation, they will be developing their own output, and I can show it to you. And then it will be compared it with the exact output. You can see over here, these are the inputs given, x1, x2, etc. up to xm. And these are the summation unit, you can say, in the hidden layer. And again, the summation is happening in the outer layer as well. So in the hidden layer, what happens? It will be doing some calculation. Okay, there will be some, the inputs are connected to the hidden layer, and it will be doing some calculation based on the weights, based on the bias and all those things. So it will be doing some calculation, it will be giving you some output. Okay, then this output will be compared with our output. We will be giving, when you develop a model, as you see, we will be giving both inputs and output. Okay, but that output will not be considered in this basic neural network development. Output will not be considered in the model development. What it will be doing is it will be doing some computation. It will be giving a one output. That output will be compared within that model itself with our output, our target output, and they will be calculating some errors, and that errors will be propagating back to the input layers, and it will be modifying the weights. It will not be modifying the inputs in the case of the basic neural network. Okay, so it will be modifying the weights, and again it will be doing that calculation, the summation, and it will give you again another output. So this is called as the feed forward neural network with back propagation algorithm. That is the basic or the conventional neural network. Okay, so in all these things, the summation depends upon, like, okay, for example, we have a weight, we have a input over here, it is x1, and this is a weight w1. So in the summation, it will be doing x1 w1 plus x2 w2 plus x3 w3, like that. Plus one bias will be adding into this particular hidden, and you will be getting some output, and this will be passing through some transformation function, and you will be getting some signals in the range of -1 to +1 or 0 to 1 or whatever. That will, when we will do that in MATLAB, I will show you. Okay, so that you will be getting some output out of the summation function. Then this output will be compared with our target, and that we will see the errors, and that error will be propagating back, and it will be changing the weights only. It will not be changing the inputs. But nowadays there are many advanced neural networks. So in this, that some of the inputs are also modified, or the outputs are also being considered for the model development and all. So if you know the basic neural network architecture development, then you will be able to relate it all with those things. That is the reason I'm just giving you a brief lecture on these things. Okay, so that is the basic thing. And these hidden layers, no, in these layers, these summation will be happening. So you can see over here. See, in this one, the summation unit, you can see W1, X1 plus W2, where X1, X2, etc. are the inputs, and W1 is they are the weights. W indicates the weights that are connected between the input layer and the hidden layer. So that is the summation unit will be there. Actually, here we will be adding a bias also. Then it will be passing through some threshold unit. So in that, the sigmoid function, there are many default threshold units, transfer functions are available, and then you will be getting some output out of it. Okay, this is actually happening in this one. Now I can show it to you, like how we can do it in MATLAB. Nowadays you can do it in, I mean, many platforms are available, Collab, so many things are available. So you can do all these model developments in those things also. But what we do, and also you can use many different architecture, many ensemble models, many hybrid models are available, and you will be getting all those codes also. If you just give ChatGPT, give proper instruction, definitely it will give you some codes, and just copy paste it in Collab and all. You will be able to run the model. You will be getting results, beautiful colored results and all. But the thing is that you should know what is happening in this, the model development, and which are the parameters you have to modify it, to change it, to get a better model. That is the main thing that you should know. So so let me show you a problem for the it is a complex aquifer system. It is used to predict the groundwater level using ANN. Later we will see wavelet in neural network.
Please, all the
I'm requesting all the participants unmute. Don't unmute it. Mute yourself. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Please continue.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry for the
okay.
high
It's okay.
inconvenience, man.
Can you enable the share to some other account? Actually, I have MATLAB in the other. It is in the name Roshni NITP. Is it possible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We are giving, ma'am.
Huh. Thank you.
What is the name? Roshni NITT, yeah?
Yes. Ma'am, now you are getting, ma'am?
And no, it is still in the same account.
Ma'am, now, ma'am? Check it once, ma'am.
Hi, let me see. No, share is not enabled yet.
Roshni NITT.
Ma'am, you tried to one time to share anything, ma'am. It is actually we given this access to that account also,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes. Now it is highlighted. Yes, yes.
Yeah, yes.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Just give me a moment. Okay. So, So what we can do is like, okay, I just give you the example in detail first, and then we will share the MATLAB. So in this, first, what we have to do is we have to find the potential inputs. So we will be developing the model uh, using wavelet neural network, and in this we have to select the potential inputs, and our output is groundwater level. uh, so definitely we have to gather the data, uh, and here we have already we have collected data sets from different sources, and not all data will be relevant to the will be potential to the model development. So we have to find which are the data set that is definitely that will be giving more importance to the output development, so that we can call it as a potential inputs. That can be done with different methods. There are for the selection of the potential, we usually do the conventional method is correlation analysis. Then you can go for principal component analysis. There's so many nowadays we can say so many for the potential input selection. We usually go for correlation plots, this autocorrelation, then partial correlation. So many things are there to see the inputs. For the input selection, you can do these many analysis. Okay, then once you have selected the input data set, we have to see because one thing is why we do research is, okay, we need to we need to publish in different journal articles, right? So for all the publications, what we have to do is definitely we have to show it in a more mm, not a colorful way, but it should be more in a technical way. But when you see the papers of Chinese papers and all, it's very advanced techniques they are using it for displaying, for disseminating their results. So instead of using the conventional plots, the conventional styles, you can also make use of all these things. They'll be showing the basic results only, but in a more technical way, in a more colorful way. Uh, so it looks good. So the editors or the reviewers also will look more like that one only. Means how the analysis will be. The process will be somewhat same, similar only. But the dissemination of the results, the analysis part is should be very strong when we do the when we go for the publication. So you have to clearly you have to show all these results in a very technical, in a very advanced way. So here we have given these are the inputs and the first plot is output. So how it is related, the inputs and outputs are related, it is very clear from this figure itself, right? Then these are the process. Okay. So as I mentioned, these are the different hidden neural networks are available and all. So in this, we have developed the model with different hidden layers, and we have developed the model. Okay. And we got this result. But after this, what we have done is we had used only the raw data as the inputs for the model development. For example, we had used only the rainfall data for the groundwater level. Then another data set, you can say it is temperature data. For example, we have used two inputs, the rainfall and the temperature data for the groundwater level prediction. The inputs will be two only. Okay. And the output is one. Okay. So here in the wavelet analysis, what we'll be doing is we will be decomposing those data set into different decomposition levels. Here you can see in the input, you can see there are like it is like a sine wave. You will be having many peaks, then dips over here. So there are many undulations in the data set. So what we'll be doing is they'll be decomposing these data sets into different packets, and then again you will be using these data sets only for the model development. So what you will be getting, is a wavelet neural network. So we are just decomposing the inputs. The rest, all the processes are same. Okay. So that we'll be doing it right now. Okay. Then again, we'll be developing the model and we will be comparing the results. Okay. So here When we go for decomposition, decomposition means one signal we will be using for decomposing into different levels. Okay, that I will show it to you right now, how we can decompose the data sets. Okay, I hope it is visible. The MATLAB window.
Yes, ma'am. It is visible, ma'am.
Okay. So in this, I think all of you will be knowing how to use MATLAB. It's a workspace. You can directly import data set in the workspace, or you can directly write the code, and you can use the Excel data also for the process. Otherwise, you can use, just go to the new, and you can just it is like an Excel. You can just copy the data set and you can paste it over here, or you can just type it over here as well. So this will be, it is like an Excel file only. Okay, so I have already copied here two data sets, X and Y. These are the inputs. Okay, so here you can use this code wavelet analyzer for decomposing the signals. Earlier, this was there in the apps itself, but I think this is the latest version of MATLAB. So these toolbox is not available as app. So you can use wavelet analyzer. You can just type it over here in the function wavelet analyzer. So it will be displayed like this actually. Okay, so this is wavelet analyzer. So if in the older version of MATLAB, you can see wavelet analyzer in the apps itself. But now it is not there in the apps. It is given some other names, but not exactly the same window. But you type it in the, this is called as the command window. You type the codes over here in the command window, then you will be able to show this. You will be able to see this wavelet analyzer. Okay, so this is the command window and this is the workspace, and here if you double click it, you will be able to see the data sets, and this is the current folder. You can change the folder here, and that's all. This is, you can change the folder. If you have saved all the data sets in one folder, you can just keep that as the current folder. You can select the current folder. For example, I can select the folder. So you can see I have selected change the folder. So you can see what are the data set I have selected in this one. So I mean, I have saved in this folder that can be seen over here. So right now what we are going to do is we are just going to decomposing our signals. So signals can be decomposed. Why we are going for decomposition? Because our data set will be having so many, the peaks and the lower values and the upper values. No? So what they will be doing is it will be dividing into different packets of similar ranges, different frequencies they will be dividing. So it will be easy for the model development. You will be getting better accuracy instead of using the raw data set itself. That is the reason we are going for wavelet decomposed neural network. Then okay, so I'll be showing how to do this decomposition. So just go for wavelet 1D. Then just see the file. You can import from the workspace, because I have already imported the data in the works. I have already saved the data in the workspace. You can import the data set directly from the workspace. So it is import signal. See, here you can see there are three variables I have saved in this one. So let me decompose the first one, X. So as you see here, X, I have just saved only one column data set. So you will be getting so you'll be getting like this. So it is our row signal. It is actually groundwater level. It is a time series plot. So here it is for, I think it is for 50 months data set is available. And this is the y-axis shows the groundwater level. So signals means it is just a time series, you can say. It is a signal, right? So it is a signal. Now we are going to decompose it. So you can use different wavelets. So there are papers you can see that they have used different wavelets for the decomposition. They have compared it with HAR model. They have compared with GB model. These are the different wavelets they have used. So generally, people use in for water resources application, they'll be using DB or HAR for the decomposition. So here I'm using DB, and the DB itself there are different mother wavelets. We can call this mother wavelets. So it is some Dabashish wavelet or something. So generally they'll be using DB2. So that also you can select it based on the literature survey. So I'll be using DB2 for this particular case. And under the DB2, there will be different levels of decomposition. At what level you have to decompose it? Let me show you with one. So with one, you can see that if a signal we are dividing into two parts, the first part we can call it as an approximate and the other one is detail. So there are two parts when we are splitting the signal into two parts. So that is A and D. Okay. If you are splitting this into a level to two, that means you are in the first level of decomposition, you will be having only one detail and one approximate. So that is D1 and A1. In the second level of decomposition, you will be having D1 and this A1 is again divided into two. That is D2 and A2. So the signal will be giving A2, D2 and D1. It is a summation of A2, D2, D. So that I can show it in the PPT as well. Then it will be more clear. So here you can see that the first signal, it will be divided into different frequency intervals as a frequency filters they have passed it. So you will be getting one approximate and one detail. So this approximate will be again divided into two. Since this is a second level of decomposition, it is denoted as D2 and A2. First level of decomposition denoted as D1 and A1. Second level, approximate is divided into detail and approximate. If you are using the third level, so how many the coefficients you will be seeing? In the second level, you will be seeing D1, D2 and A2. If it is the third level of decomposition, A2 is again divided into D3 and A3. So you will be able to see D1, D2, D3 and A3. In the fourth level of decomposition, the A3 will be dividing into A4 and D4. So in the fourth level, the end result will be A4, D4, D3, D2 and D1. So that I can show it here. So if it is a fourth level decomposition, you will be able to see D1, D2, D3, D4 and A4. So this inputs will be used as the inputs for the neural network, the basic neural network development. Instead of using the raw signals, you can process the data set and you can use it for the model development. So this is how you can decompose it. Okay, you can use other wavelet as well. You can go for HAR and you can, for example, it will be giving a different signals. I mean, the decomposition level, it would be same. Like for 2, you will be getting A2, D2, and D1. If you see this one, but the style is different. You will be getting like this. So how you have to, how you can export this one? You can export it to the workspace. You can export all the approximations and all the details. So these are D and A. So, detail, you will be taking all the details for the model development. But approximation, you will be taking only the last approximation. As you see it over here, decomposition at level 3, the signal is divided into A3 plus D3 plus D2 plus D1. So instead of one signal, you will be taking 4 signals or 4 data set for the model development, and that to the last approximation only. But when you export it to the workspace, you can see all the approximations. Okay, I'll be saving it as my variable one. So, and this is my variable too. Okay. So if you see in the workspace, here you can see my var underscore 1. So here you will be having, this is A1, this is A2, and this is A3. But for the model development, we need to use only A3. And here, this shows the details. It is D1, D2, and D3. So here you can use all these data set. I mean, D1, D2, D3, and under this is only you have to take A3. So here, as you can see, it is A3 plus D3 plus D2 plus D1. So these data set can be used for the further model development. I hope it is clear the how you can go for the decomposition. Also, you can go for denoise here. See, denoising means if the outliers will be there in the data set. Suppose we will be having some peaks. Whenever you go for model development, before the model development, you should see the data set, how the data set, the time series data set, or how the data sets varies. And you can also do some box plots. You can go for the time series, the Excel plots, the temporal analysis plots, no? And you can also do some homogeneity test and stationarity analysis and all. So with that, you will be able to see what are the outliers, what are the noises. We can say noises, but actually it is not the noise. But for the model development, it is considered as a noise, because actually the model does not think like us. No? It will be just mapping between the input and output layer. So whatever the inputs will be giving, that those all features will be taken by the model, and it will memorize it based on the input data set, and you will be getting the output. This is how it does. Na? So what we have to do is we have to fine tune all those input data set so that you will be getting a better accuracy, because these outliers will be only 1 or 2 in numbers. And with that outliers key, sometimes your model may not be giving the better results. Okay, because this extreme value like floods, that will be occurring once in 20 years, once in 10 years, the extreme event, right? But all the other data, for example, all the data sets will be lying in this 100 to 200 range, and the flood data may be like in thousands. So only one data set will be available in the entire 25 years or 30 years. So that may be creating a problem in the model development. So in such cases, that can be removed. That can be considered as an outlier, or it can be considered as a noise in the model development and can be removed. So we can keep some threshold limit to remove these noises, to remove these outliers. So we can use these fixed threshold. You can use some threshold limit. You can see now, you can keep it over here, and they will be dividing into, they will be using that threshold, and you will be getting a smooth figure, smooth signal, right? can show it to you. So here they have kept this as 0.98891 as the threshold. So if I'm keeping it as 0.4, you can denoise it. So you see the data you will be getting, it will be like they will be detecting all those key. The signals also will, the S also will be varying. It will be changing. The earlier it was red in color and now they have denoised it. So it has removed all those peaks and you will be getting a very smooth one. So that can also be used. So it is a denoised input signal. That is also a pre-processing technique. So these are all pre-processing techniques for the model development. Okay. I hope wavelet decomposition is clear. Wavelet analyzer, you can type it in all the MATLAB older versions, it is available. And in the new, I think we have to use some other app for this wavelet analyzer, or else you can just type wavelet analyzer in the command window. You will be getting a pop-up window like this. Okay. So in using this one, MATLAB, there are in the latest version, you can see live scripts also available in the latest version. So this is, you can see now, it is M window, it is M.M file. That is, here you can, in the command window, you can do only, in the command window, you can do only, you can uh, only run one line at a time. But in the M file, now you can write the entire code and you can run it at once, right? And also, the advantage of the live script is that you can do modifications line by line. You can do it and you can see what are the changes. That is the advantage of the live script. So in all the updated MATLAB, you can see that one. Okay. Now I will show you another wavelet decomposition, not decomposition, but wavelet coherence. So this is with wavelet, it is decomposed data. Then you can put it into the neural network toolbox, or you can put it in this NN tool, artificial neural network, or any model. You can put it, and you will be getting the model output. So it is just a pre-processing technique. Okay. So another thing I'll be showing it is wavelet coherence. If I want to show charge it. If I want to show the wavelet, if I want to show the correlation between two inputs. Okay, we have published like in an aquifer. You know what is an aquifer, right? So in the same aquifer, if two wells are there adjacent to each other, I mean it is very in an adjacent location. So that means it will be having the same water level. That means it will be highly coherent in nature. It will be highly correlated in nature, right? So what we'll be generally doing, we'll be doing, okay, we'll be plotting some correlation plots, Excel plots and all, right? So instead of that, because the Excel plots will not give you that the temporal variation that cannot be shown very clearly. So those things can be done with wavelet coherence. Okay, so wavelet coherence, I have opened it. So you can write W coherence, and I'm here to show the wavelet coherence between X and Y. So these are the two wells in the same location. So if you write the exact code now, so you will be able to see here how it, I mean, what is the exact syntax for the particular wavelet coherence tool. Okay, wavelet coherence. It's a toolbox actually. So it is W coherence. So here we have two inputs, X and Y. Okay, so this you can see here, it is yellow means it's highly coherent. It is highly correlated. That means the all data sets in the or all the values in this particular well, it is correlated with the adjacent well with all the data sets in the adjacent well. So it is a very beautiful plot. You can see all the x-axis and the y-axis. It is showing different time intervals, different frequency, and all. So it is matching with the entirely. So it shows indirectly. It is the both the wells are in the same aquifer. So it is another type of result. So you have two data sets. Everybody will be having different water level, different well locations in a particular aquifer itself. No, so you can do this type of plots. There are many papers based on the wavelet analysis. So wavelet coherence, wavelet denoise, then wavelet decomposition. Then and there are different coherence plots analysis are available. So all these plots are nowadays, it's all available in the apps. So it is a very beautiful result. You will be able to see it. Okay, so these are all different pre-processing techniques and all. Now so what we can do is, now we can use the wavelet decomposed data sets into our neural network, and you will be able to see you will be getting some results. As I mentioned, it will be using these input data sets instead of the raw data sets, and you will be putting into our neural network toolbox, and you will be getting some results. So here, see this. So here, instead of these data sets, we will be converting into we'll be passing into through this filters, and you will be getting approximates and details that will be considered as an input, and the input in the input layer, and it will be passing into the hidden layer. The same process will be repeated, and in the hidden layer, it will be doing all this calculations. Will be getting some output, and this output will be compared, and it will be if it is the error it is very less, then we'll be taking it as a best model, and that best model can be used for further model develop, further prediction as well. You can save it, you can write this as empirical equation itself, because all the weights, the values, everything will be, you can get it from the model itself, and that you can develop it as a model, the empirical model, and that model can be used for later use as well. So you will be getting results like this. The signal here, it is a third level decomposition. So you can see D1, D2, D3, and A3. And so what we will be doing, like we will be changing. I think you all know how to do neural network development, basic ANN. I don't have to explain it, right? Basic neural network ANN, you can do it, right? I think you know how to do neural network development, ANN tool, basic ANN.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So you can just substitute, put this data set into this wavelet decomposed into this one, and you can do it. And then you can process the data using wavelet coherence and all. Okay. Another thing is when you call these this one, no, the codes. Okay, you know how to call the codes in MATLAB. You can download all these from the GitHub and all. You can download all these codes, and you just open the M file, and you should know which are the parameters that we have to change it. In that, just change those parameters and you run it again. That is the only thing you can do. You have to do it in the model development. So for all the model, in all these cases, you can see where to load the input data sets, then which are the parameters that we have to change it, and where you will be getting the output results. So these things you should know how, you should know in the model development. Okay. Do you have any doubt in this wavelet decomposition? It is just a pre-processing technique. If you have any doubt, I can just show it again. You can
Yeah,
just
if the
unmute.
participants have any doubt, please raise your hand. Mic will be handed over. Then you can ask questions, or you can type in the chat box also.
Yes, yes. Anybody is using the old MATLAB? Old MATLAB, anybody is using the old MATLAB means it is 2015, 18, 20 is also fine. Any one of the participants is having this old
Ma'am, I'm
MATLAB?
using 19D, ma'am.
Okay,
MATLAB
19D. You
19D.
have it right now? You are in the system right now?
No, ma'am.
Okay. But anybody is in the system like they are using MATLAB right now? Anybody is working in the laptop? Just wanted to show it to you like how it works in the system. All are in the mobile. Wavelet decomposition is clear. Is it clear, the wavelet decomposition? And wavelet coherence also?
Yes, ma'am. It's clear, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we have a question in the chat box. It is, which algorithm is used to find the correlation between the variables?
Correlation between the variables. Which algorithm is used? Here we have used wavelet coherence to find the correlation between the variables, or you can use like we can go for correlation coefficients. We can go for autocorrelation plots, partial correlation plots, and all. Let me. Here it is not, any algorithms are not used for correlation between the variables. Correlation between the input variables you are asking? Heat map is used uh, if we have a result, like if we have different results, no, there are different models are there, and if you have uh, to compare the performance of these models, so in such cases we have seen like heat maps are generally used to show the performance between these models, developed models. So for that, heat maps are generally used. I can just show. These are the.
I have allowed
The-
mic for Mr. Govindu. So if you want, you can use your mic and directly interact. You can unmute your mic and you can interact, please.
Here, as
Yes,
I
sir. Thank you, sir.
yeah.
Actually, I'm studied in MITS college only, ma'am. But did my one project in my BTech, that is a groundwater level fluctuations. So in
Okay.
that we are using a heat map to find the correlations, and we are finding the prediction model in there. So for that only we are asking the how it's you did the like
Correlation with the heat map.
yeah
So
like
what I mean, you will be you can represent the results using heat map. I mean, it is not used for the correlation, but you can represent the results. Heat map, it is a general map for comparison. You can represent it. For example, the heat map, the color varies from 0 to 1. So you can represent the correlation coefficient using heat map. I think you have done like that one way only, na?
yes,
Different
ma'am. Yeah,
variables. Different variables, like it is like a box only. So in with this different columns are there. In the first column, for example, you are using the first variable in the first column, second column in the second column represents the second variable, and that the color variation, the color legend, it shows the different color variation. Na? So this is how you might be representing, right? It is just for the comparison of the correlation between these input variables only. Just to represent the results, we use heat map.
yes, ma'am. Yes. Thank
Yes.
you.
So as I mentioned before, no. So this is these are the two wells, F6 and E5. You can see this is it is highly correlated. That means indirectly we can say these two wells are in the same aquifer. Okay, and here the coherence or the correlation is very less, and in some locations only. That means it may not be that this may not be. Otherwise, now in order to find whether these two wells are in the same aquifer, we have to go for the litholog, go for pumping test. We have to do so many tests, so many analysis. Na? So instead of all these things, I mean, we can directly go for the wavelet coherence analysis, and we can prove that these wells are in the same location, or the water levels or the parameters that are in the same location. So this way you can go for the wavelet. We can prove that these wells are in the same aquifer or not. So this is another one way of showing the data sets, no? The water level, the wells in the same location. No? Actually, in my this one, the MATLAB, it is a very advanced version, so it is not showing the earlier toolbox, NN toolbox. That is what I was asking, whether you have it or not. Nobody is having. So you can go for the wavelet decomposition, and you can just directly input the data sets and just run the model, and you can see it. Are you using Collab for the model development? Anybody is using Collab for the model development? You can get the codes from the chat GPT, and you can just you can modify the codes, and you can develop the model using chat GPT and all. Can I show you something else also in this one? It is not related to the AI tools, and because I have time, I think I can show some bibliographic analysis. Is it
Ma'am, one
okay,
minute, ma'am.
Dr. Dipankar? Yeah.
For participants, we are unmuted to all the participants. If you want to ask and discuss with ma'am, you can unmute and you can discuss with ma'am.
Okay, I think all our faculties or all our young researchers doing some for this one career growth and all. Definitely you will need some papers and all, right? You may not be having the bibliographic analysis. I can show it. So definitely you will be you may not be having the data um, that is like data may not be available. So, or you may not be having the experimental data sets, or the data may not be available for the research work and all. So, for the first paper, now you can go for the review paper. Okay, that is one way of publishing a paper, right? Because without doing any particular analysis, without that analysis itself, you can go for the review papers. Review paper means you will be a particular topic will be selected, and you can just review in those papers, and you can arrange it in a proper way, and you can publish it. Okay. So in the review paper, nowadays we can see there are like very beautiful figures, colorful figures that we can call it as a bibliographic analysis. So just I can show it to you how to do the bibliographic analysis. So for the bibliographic analysis, we need VOS viewers. There are other toolbox also available. So VOS viewer, it is really free. It is really available. So you can download it and install it. It is everybody can do it. It is a very small software. So in this VOS viewer, you can show the papers, the analysis in a very colorful way. Okay. So what we can do is when we open the VOS viewers, you can just create it. I'll be doing bibliographic analysis. I'll tell you what is bibliographic analysis. Okay, first let me show the figure and let me explain it to you. Have you seen some figures like this in the review analysis, review papers?
Yes, ma'am. We seen. Actually, we are also working on this bibliometric analysis, ma'am. I'm Dr.
Yeah.
Nakiran from Civil Department in MITS.
Okay, okay, okay.
So
So
we are
it's
also working.
yeah, very beautiful way of presenting the results. So it is yeah, now we can use it in every field, right? So
Yes,
any
ma'am.
field to start with the career, to start your career now when it's in the starting stage, you can definitely go for this type of papers, no? So
Yes, ma'am.
along with the review papers, no, in the review paper, what we generally see is okay, we will be collecting different papers of particular research topic. Then we'll be going through like okay, if it is of groundwater level AI application, then we will be collecting papers of different neural network architectures. Then what are the different data required? So we'll be keeping this under different subheadings and all. Okay, but you may not be able to cover thousands of papers together. I mean, for a particular analysis, right? But in this, it would be very easy to analyze thousands, 10,000s of paper using bibliographic analysis. So how we can do it? You can download these data set from Web of Science, or you can download it from the Scopus. But you have to log in the Web of Science. I think I have not signed in. So you can just go for any paper. You can search here, groundwater. So you will be getting You see there are 2000, no, there are 1,32,435 papers are available. So you can just go through, or you can fine tune the keywords, and after that you can select the papers that is required for the analysis. Then what you have to do is you can export it. Okay, you can export it in text form, plain text form, plain text file. Okay, then you customize this one, the edit, which are the data that you require it from the each particular paper. So from papers, you need authors, titles, sources. So which are the things that is required? Just click it. If you want to compare with the keywords, you can click keywords. So all those things you click it over here. Then categories, research areas. It depends upon the study you will be doing, right? Then save selection. Then you export it. So it is, I think it is in the downloads. Yeah, it is saved like the save DRECS. So it is from Web of Science I have downloaded. Just go to create. So what we have to do is just open the VOS viewer, then open it, you create, then you can see there are three options. Create a map based on bibliographic data. So it is create a map based on bibliographic data. Create a map based on bibliographic data. Next. So here they'll be asking which are the supported file types. So here I have downloaded it from the Web of Science. So you can go for the second option, Web of Science. Second, next. So you can, I think this one I have saved. Okay. Then next. So which type of analysis you have to do it? Okay, if it is for co-authorship, you can compare it between the authors, you can compare it with the organizations, with the countries. Then in the co-occurrence, you can also do it based on the keywords. You have seen different keywords in the paper, journal paper itself, no? So in this, you can compare it with the keywords. So I'm just showing it to you how to compare it with the keywords. Then here, here it is a minimum number of occurrence of the keyword. For example, in one paper, you can see it is written groundwater. Second paper, groundwater term may not be there. They might have used some aquifer or something else. No? So those, how, if that keyword, the groundwater is minimum number of occurrence of the keyword, no, that we have to mention it over here. So if it is, I'm just showing minimum number of occurrences one only. That means it will show all the keywords. Okay. So here you can see which are the keywords. Groundwater, it has, you can see it is occurred 14 times in the whole papers that we have selected. Okay. Show certified system. Okay. So you see here, it is the groundwater. This the size of the font size shows the maximum number of occurrence of the keyword. And you can see it like this. We also overlay visualization. Here you can see that in 2024 means the recent literature keywords are shown in different colors and in yellow color. And these are the old papers, no, 2021 and all. So I think we have only selected only the papers published in the recent years only. So it depends upon the data or the papers you have selected. This is density visualization. Like that, you can do it for the co-authorship, organizations also, authors also, different countries also. I mean, which are the countries mainly working in these areas? So that also can be seen. So you see England, they have, okay, we can, yeah. China they have contributed in 24 papers, USA in 8 papers, like that. So you can see the font size of China will be more. See, China. See, these font size indicates the number of occurrences or the number of times the China contributed in the collected samples of paper. So it is a very simple way of presenting the things, the review, but it is a very powerful way of uh, showing the results. No? So along with the literature, this is called as a bibliographic analysis. So along with the literature survey, the review paper, the whatever you will be analyzing, right? Along with that, you can also show bibliographic analysis. So in many recent review papers, you can see they are showing the analysis along with the bibliographic analysis only. So it is a very simple way. There are other softwares also. In R also you can do this way of analysis, bibliographic analysis. No, you can use R Studio for the analysis. So you can use Web of Science or Scopus. We generally use Web of Science and Scopus for the data collection. So it is very simple. Web of Science, where you can just go, you can fine tune the selection of the keywords for searching. That is a major criteria for the for getting the connected papers. So you can fine tune this keywords. And for example, I have to use groundwater. Then I need only the modeling papers. You can go for and so now the paper number has reduced to 5699, right? And you can again fine tune it. It is showing both quality, quantity, everything. It is showing review paper as well. So you can fine tune it and you can select the papers. Just go through at least the titles and then you can select the papers. So if you have more number of papers, then it would be the results would be more meaningful and powerful. Okay. So you can maximum in one sheet you can see only 50. So you have to select it in the next sheet again you have to select it. Okay, you cannot select all 50,000 papers together. So just go to the title and select whichever it is required. Then you save it, you export it. Okay, export it in plain text file itself. Then you customize it. Otherwise, for example, it is only author, title, and source. You will be able to analyze only the analysis between the authors or between the titles and the source. Source means which journal they have taken. So that source only. So you just customize it and you can select whatever it is required for the analysis. Then save selection, you export it. Okay. So it will be default, the saving space will be the downloads. And from there, you can just call the create, you can just see the Web of Science corpus. Okay. You can select it here, the source file. So it will be 9. So you can do this. You see here, it's beautiful plots, no? So it is groundwater. It is showing groundwater, the maximum number of occurrences groundwater. Then it is flow. So you can change the size of the nodes with this. Then you can change it into frames. You can show the colored lines or not. So you can change something over here. The scales, you can change it. Okay. So this shows the years. Like now you can see it is from 2016 to 24. Earlier it was only from 21 to 24. No? So now we have selected the second page also. So if you are selecting it in the 5-6 pages, no? So it will be from the previous years as well. So you can just save it. You can take the screenshot. That will be better. So you can just take the screenshot and you can save it and you can just paste it in your paper. I hope it is clear. So Anybody is having any doubts? So you can unmute your mic and if you have any doubt in this one.
If any participants want to discuss it, ma'am, unmute yourself and discuss.
I can show you some papers of bibliographic analysis. This is a very good journal. It is Environmental Science and Pollution Research. It is a very good journal, okay? And here they have done just a bibliographic analysis only of last 50 years of Indian research on impact of coal mining using bibliometric analysis, okay? So they have considered only the 50 years data, that to Indian research, okay? They have not considered the coal mining research of foreign countries, just the Indian research only, okay? So here, this methodological plan is very important. So here they have taken the bibliographic databases Web of Science and search string. As I mentioned, the keywords for the search for the search criterion, that is very important. So it is search string is coal mining or impact of coal mining. Then the documents they have collected is 35,886. So in this, when they have given these criteria, the final they have got only 1564 documents, right? So they have used VOS VO for bibliogrammetry, that is software selection. Then they have analyzed the result. Okay. So you can see plenty of bibliographic analysis papers right now.
I think there is a very interesting question here. Is there any tool
Yeah,
to find research gap?
research gap. Okay.
This is a very interesting question because
Research gap.
uh,
Yeah, research gap. You can see what I usually tell my students is in all the recent papers you can see in the last one paragraph in the conclusion is limitation. That is exactly the research gap of that particular paper. Okay, so if you see the paper, the last paragraph, you see the research gap. So this is how we give some tips to the students.
and now I think there is one more thing. Like if you upload all the papers to Notebook LM of Google, it can analyze all the papers. Maybe I don't know. AI can find some gap, and
Yes,
obviously our
yes,
human intervention is required. So after it
yes,
tells you something, go back again in the paper because it gives you a starting point. So from there you can go ahead and search those papers again, whether AI is giving the right direction or not. So you can use such kind of tools like Notebook LM is a good one because you can really like summarize your whole things. Like you can upload all your related papers there. So I think you can try that one. This is an idea. Otherwise, research gap is totally up to us, right?
yes, yes. You can collate all these things in this LM and all, and you can just see because they will be definitely AI tool will be giving all these whatever without reading the each and every line, everything will be given by AI. Okay, so but definitely we have to at least go through it, the papers, at least some of a few papers, so that you will be getting an idea na, ki what exactly they are they are doing and they are telling. So but the tip is like you can just go through the last paragraph. That will definitely will give you the research gap, because all the editors and the reviewers they mention in the reviews itself ki, please include the limitations of the study, because no study will be perfect na, they might not be considering all the constraints in that particular paper, right? So definitely you can just see the last paragraph and you can, because in the PhD work and all, definitely you have to mention about the problem statement of or the what is the novelty, right? So the novelty lies in the research gap of the previous literature. So that way you can find out the research gap. The bibliographic analysis is very simple, but you can see now, like there are many papers they have done it, but it's very all published in a very good journal. So here you see here, so it is all different clusters. Again, these colors shows now. These colors shows different colors, a different. The similar group of keywords. And it is all related to fuels. For example, it is they have used fuel, energy, fuel, then some other related to fuel only. And these are all like the type of journals. So like that, they have divided into different clusters. You can see the bibliographic analysis, and you can do the analysis based on that one. No? Different, just go through the different papers. I'm not saying to just go through the entire literature and you summarize it. At least see the figures. No? That is the way of capturing the things first. That is why I usually tell my students to present the results in a beautiful, effective way. Okay, this way it will capture the attention of the audience, right? Otherwise, if you are just simply writing the entire, sometimes the content may be very rich, but if you are not able to show it in a very presentable way, na, in a very technical way, na, the authors or the viewers will be very less, right? So uh, you have to disseminate your results in a very beautiful way that you can see in all the Chinese papers. And if you open any journal, the front page itself, out of 10 papers, minimum 7 papers will be of Chinese authors only. Okay. No, we are not blaming it. They are doing research. That is the way that is why they are publishing the results. No? So, but in all the papers you see, no, they are using all advanced tools and all to show the results. And definitely we have constraints in the data collection and all. We are having problem in the continuous data sets and all. But that can be overcome. No, you can do all these type of analysis, the research papers. You can publish it based on these analysis. For these data is not required at all. You can do some review papers. Even for those who have joined recently for the PhD, definitely you can look for bibliographic analysis and all. It can be used in any field. Uh, any other questions? You can use this in R also, this type of analysis. Yes, you can use this R if you're using it. This bibliometrics package is available. Yes. Even in papers, when you upload the papers now for review, they'll ask, no, it is with the help of AI and all. Some papers, published papers, you can see they have already written it is written with the help of AI only. So with AI also you can publish papers. I hope it was a useful session. If you have any doubt in bibliometric analysis, you can ask, like, you have any doubt in wavelet decomposition? If you have any doubt, you can email me as well. I have my email ID is roshni@nitp.ac.in. I have messaged in the chat box. Okay. You make sure that when you get these codes, na, so just see which are the parameters. Just understand the codes first, because we are not computer science related students, and we are not developing something. No, we are using that one. We are applying it in our field only. So we'll be getting the codes that might have written it for some other purpose, So what we have to do is we have to understand their code first, then you modify it. So you should know what is uh, exactly what you are doing it. Na? So so you have to understand that code first, and you should know which are the parameters you want to change it in order to develop that model. Okay, that you have to understand it anyways, because I have seen students doing it without understanding. They'll be asking the chat gpt will give you in a fraction of second, will give you the entire code, and they will be just putting it in the collab, and they will just run the model. They do not know which are the inputs that will be using for the model development, and what they will be giving. It will be giving you some result, and it will be giving all the efficiencies and all, very good efficiency, 0.99, 0.98 and all. Sometimes with the same data set itself, with the training results itself, will be showing you the prediction. So they do not know what they are doing. So just at least understand the codes, and you modify it as per our needs, and change the parameters, internal parameters, and run it again. Okay. Somebody was asking about random forest. Random forest is different and wavelet network is different. No? Wavelet decomposition, it is a pre-processing technique only. And then we will be giving those inputs for the model development. Random forest is, it is different. The architecture itself, it is different. No? Random forest. Wavelet is just a decomposition tool only. For wavelet decomposition is just for the pre-processing only of the input data sets. Okay. Oh, DOI of the paper shown. Okay, I can give it. There are many papers available, so you can just see in Science Direct or to what extent we can use AI for writing journal papers. Will it come under plagiarism? It depends upon the journal. Like I mean, plagiarism. They definitely, we usually keep it as 15%, but some journals they will keep it as 10%. It depends upon the journal, and also with the help of AI, that also it is. It depends upon the journal. That I cannot say like, okay, this percentage is applicable, allowed or not. That I cannot tell you, because it depends upon the description of the journal only. So I cannot say that one. Yeah, because I have seen papers, history, like I have seen papers, they have published, in that itself it is written, it is AI generated paper. So, but students are like very, very intelligent. They will be taking the scripts from the AI, and they will be modifying, humanize it, and they will be publishing it, because it is written very nicely. I was very sure like this might not have written by the particular student, but still you won't be able to find the plagiarism content. Yes, they usually, yes, they ask for, yes, Krishnava, they usually ask for the AI declaration. If you have done it, you can just go for the AI declaration. Otherwise, it's fine. If you have already humanized it, because no, the results, you will be developing your own model, and you will be analyzing the results. Now, only the writing part, na? So if you humanize it, that will not be an issue at all. But if you generate the entire thing with AI, na, if you just give the inputs and you will ask the AI to do the analysis and write the paper, that means AI is doing all the model development and the results, right? So then you should give the declaration. Otherwise, if you're just humanizing only the text part, not the analysis part or not the model development, then it is not necessary to give a declaration. Anything else? There are many papers available for wavelet coherence analysis. You can just explore it, okay? Because it is not very difficult. Because everything it is It is available in apps and the MATLAB in our libraries. In our nowadays, you can see plenty of libraries. You just call those libraries and just run the model, just give the inputs, just give some slight changes in the codes, and you can run the models very easily. So uh, earlier days, we had to write the codes and run it. Nowadays, it is not required at all. Everything is available. So the libraries are available. It is very easy to call those libraries and just run the models. I do not know what is turn 18.
I think it is Turnitin.
Oh, turn 18. Achha, okay. It is also getting smart, yeah. Because we are getting smart, so definitely it has to be. Okay. So you can start your research with a review paper first. Review paper with bibliographic analysis, bibliographic analysis, and because you will be starting your research by collecting papers, by collecting the reviews, problem statement, and you will be finding the research gap, and you will be developing some. You will be uh, setting some objectives for your coming work, right? So first you are doing some review, right? So based on that, you can start writing the paper first. So that can be done first. And the advantage of this review paper is like you will be getting more citations. So that is another advantage. So the first paper can be a review paper, yeah. And just publish it in at least in an SCI index journal. So you can start. You can first uh, put it in submit it in a very good journal with high impact factor and all. So definitely they may not be considering it, but you will be getting a valid review, a very value review from their from those reviewers, from the editors, from those uh, very good journals. Okay, those reviews can be added in your paper, and then you can improve your paper and you can submit it in some other journals. That is another technique of publishing results, because you may not be able to uh, include all those. Starting itself, you may not be able to include all those things. Na? So some good in reviews you will be getting. Those things you can add it and you can submit it in some other journals. That way you can improve your paper. These are some of the tips that you can do it. That's all. So shall we wind up then? How we use meta models? Sorry, I have not used it. I think Dr. Dipankar can say it.
No, I also have not used that meta models.
We have not used it, sorry. Rohit, you are from? Rohit Maheshwari. I have not used meta models. It is used for model development only. Anyways, we will use it later. Okay. Another thing I have seen in the recent literature is that you can use, as I said, now we are using data for the model development. Nowadays, we can see images are also used for model development, right? So there are different models available for model development. Just given some topics to the students using YOLO model and all. YOLO. YOLO is you only. That is for object detection. Uh, you only look once. Yes. So it is used for object detection. For example, if we have a different rainfall images are available. So with that image itself, you will be able to identify, okay, this pattern of rainfall is having the intensity this one. So with that, that can be done. So we can give all those images in that model, and we can train those models, and you can um develop a model, and you can just predict the intensity of rainfall. Okay, so that also can be done. It also does not need that much data for the model development. So you just need images, and these images can be satellite images, also can be used. There are many papers, recent papers you can see, and also for the sound also. There are many papers I have seen reviewed with the sound they have captured. With those sounds also they have identified the intensity of rainfall under. So many things can be done without much. These are not very data intensive, but it is you can get it very easily. All those data sets are easily available. Not like you have to procure data. For example, if it's in India water level data, it is very difficult to get it. You have to procure it from procurement in the sense you have to approach CWC, Center Water Commission, for the data sets. And if it is a classified data, you will not be getting. So, and also you won't be getting the very the hourly data or daily data. You will be getting monthly data and groundwater level also data. If you see in the CGWB, the Central Groundwater Board, you will be getting only 4 data in a year. So with that, it is very difficult to develop a model or difficult to analyze it. That too may not be accurate. So, so just you can go for these type of studies. Na? So to start in the beginning of the career, na, you can go for these type of studies so that you can have a good number of papers. Okay. Thank you. Then, is there anything else? Like, thank you.
Ma'am, thank you for your valuable time, ma'am. Actually, you've given a lot of inputs which you are getting into your like all the things into our minds, like what for review paper and finding all the things and analysis of an AN and many things. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Nakiran. Actually,
Mm.
I had to present it in the model development of neural network, but in my MATLAB it was not working, and then toolbox. That is the reason I have just deviated the topic to bibliometric analysis. I think it was useful because bibliometric analysis nowadays everybody uses bibliometric analysis for the review paper and all. So I
Yes, ma'am.
hope that was a useful session.
Actually,
Sorry for
both
the
are in a
deviation of the
beautiful
topic.
section only, ma'am. No, ma'am. We learn from the AN and also neural networking many things, and we learn from bibliometric analysis. So both we learn many things from you, ma'am. Actually,
Thank you.
We are inviting one time to visit MITS deemed to be university also, ma'am. Whenever you are available, we are
Sure,
requesting
sure.
you
You
to
can just
visit
tell
one
your
time.
HOD. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
yes. Definitely, definitely.
yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So that's all. Let me wind up. If you have any doubt, you can email me. If there is anything, I'll definitely reply you that. Okay.
Ma'am,
Hello.
small vote of thanks, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, just a minute. So, for delivering such a comprehensive and inspiring lecture, mainly her talk truly opened new dimensions for learning for all of us. Her presentation gave us a wide spectrum of knowledge, beginning with the application of soft computing techniques in mainly water resource engineering. It's showing how advanced computational tools can support sustainable resource management. Then emphasizes the role of hybrid computing. It's highlighting how integrating multiple approaches can yield more powerful and flexible solutions. And the analogy between the brain's neural networks and the artificial neural networks was especially engaging. It's helping us visualize the concepts foundations of AI in a very clear manner. Then following this, her explanation of the back propagation algorithm. It gave us an invaluable understanding of how neural networks learn and improve. What added great practical value was that application-oriented case study using MATLAB, especially that wavelet neural network and its disposition. Which connected theoretical insights with the real-world problem solving. To complement this, the inclusion of bibliographic analysis by using the viewers, it's very good, ma'am. It's provided an academic depth and guided us towards research trends, references, and directions for future exploration. On behalf of all the participants, I sincerely thank you, madam, for your valuable time, expertise, and enriching contributions to this FDP. I also wish to thank our MITS management, FDP organizers, and the participants for the support and active involvement, which has made today's sessions truly successful. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Nakiran, and thank you, Dr. Dipankar and Dr. Vishal.
Yeah, one small thanks from my side. Well, this is for everybody's information. We both have done PhD under the same guide, and we have been friends in our IIT days. And it's a long time. And after so many years, it's I'm very happy to get you as a resource person here. So, of course, as Nakiran said, invitation is we are inviting you to visit our campus. And
sure, definitely.
It's great to see you after some time.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks,
It was a very nice presentation. Excellent. Thank you. And thank you all the participants for joining and listening and spending your time with us. Hope it was a useful session. Well, from my side, it was a great session. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you then. Okay, bye.